like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This channel's primary focus is on true crime. We will be looking at quite a few interesting cases, and I am so happy to have you here along with me. If this is your first time here, please take a moment and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to set your notifications to all so that you're notified when I add new content. Okay, guys, let's get into this one.
Yes, sir. We ready.
Yes, okay, good. All right, the Committee on Parole is called to order. Today is June 11th. The time is 9:40 a.m. My name is Danny Barra, serving as your chairman today. I have Mr. Freeman to my right, Mr. Tillis to my left. The panel today is at headquarters in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Today we at Dixon Correctional. Mr. Chambers, would you please state your full name and your DOC number for the record?
Abraham Bradley Chambers, DOC number 416656.
All right, I'm gonna give you a brief explanation of the process. I'll read information to you, ask you to verify it. We'll then conduct a parole interview. I'm gonna assign your case, so I'll take the lead and ask the first questions, cast the first vote. After the interview is completed, we'll ask the facility staff for their input. We'll allow three people in support and 3 people in opposition. And I see in support today, you have Effie Chambers, Joyce Locks, and Alicia Smith.
Yes, sir.
That's all 3 in there in the back.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we don't have anybody in opposition appearing. You'll be allowed to make a statement on your own before the panel votes. So we'll begin the hearing. Today we have for parole consideration, Abraham Chambers, DOC number 416656, who is an 8th felony offender, who has been convicted of simple burglary, 8 counts, attempted theft, simple criminal damage to property, 2 counts, and theft. And on August 29th, 18, June 11th, 19, July 25th, 19, and April 25th, 22, was sentenced to serve a total length of sentences equaling 20 years in Ascension Parish, East Baton Rouge Parish, and Evangeline Parish. You have a parole eligibility date of June 8th of 2024, a good time date of March 23rd, 25, and your full-time date is July 14th of 39. That sounds correct to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. The case is assigned to me, so I will begin your interview. First question, well, let me just start out by saying congratulations on your good work on doing inmate programs in jail. You did a great job in that, and I'm impressed with that. Also, you've only had 1 write-up in jail for fighting in 2021. Although the Tiger Risk Tool finds you to be a high risk to be released, and there is victim opposition to your parole, so I just want to let you know that. One of my questions is, you've been on 10 different periods of supervision over the past 19 years, and at least 8 of those 10 were revoked. What would be different if we released you now? You already had a large number of chances on parole and probation that almost all ended up getting revoked. Tell us why today is going to be a different day and we shouldn't be worried about releasing you on parole again.
Today is going to be a different day because back then, I didn't want to admit that I was an addict. I didn't want to seek any type of help because I didn't believe that I was an addict. Today, I am a grateful recovering addict. I know that I can't change the past, but I embrace that. Back then, I was irresponsible. You know. Today, I can honestly say, today I can honestly say I'm not that same old knucklehead because that's what I was. I've made every concerted effort to rehabilitate myself. Hasn't been hard, but I think I've done pretty well. Given the chance to be released today, I'm not going back down that road. I have no desire to be that same individual again.
That's all the questions I had for you, Mr. Tillis. You had some questions for me?
Uh, so you've taken some drug abuse classes since you've been there,
Yes, sir.
and you feel like now you may not be you are an addict, you said, and you feel like maybe you've overcome, you can sustain it.
I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I can sustain. You know, like I said, I never wanted to admit that I was an addict. I never wanted to do none of the work as far as step work. I never wanted to attend meetings. Today, I can honestly say I look forward to going to meetings. I've completed the STAR program, taken Nalextrone. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's an opioid blocker. I've been taking that for almost a year now, every day. So yes, sir, I do feel that I can be productive in society
How long have you been off drugs?
since 2018.
2018, you've been off.
Yes, sir.
I see. Did you get your GED? How far did you go in your education?
I graduated high school. Since I've been here, I've obtained a college degree.
You have?
Yes, sir.
That's good. That's good. Okay. And as Mr. Barr said, if released again, you feel like you're on the straight and narrow path?
Sir, I do. I honestly do. For once in my life, I feel like I can be drug free and alcohol free.
How old are you
Nah, I'm 55.
now? Okay. No more questions.
Okay. All right, Mr. Freeman, you got questions?
Where are you gonna reside?
In Opelousas, Louisiana,
With who?
with my mom.
Okay, and where are you gonna work?
My plans are to work offshore. I've been in contact with a gentleman that's gonna give me a job offshore upon my release.
And what's gonna be your sobriety plan?
Sir,
What's your sobriety plan? How you gonna stay sober when you get out?
I plan on going to meetings. I plan on getting a sponsor, continuing doing my step work.
I have nothing.
All right. Does the warden or the staff have anything to add to it about Mr. Chambers?
Yes, Abraham done everything that we've asked of him since he's been here. He's programmed, he's attained his college degree in communication. And one thing I want to add, I don't know if the board's aware, but back in May 3rd of this year, we had a female supervisor that was trying to restrain an aggressive inmate. She fell during that time and staff assisted her, but Abraham was in the area. He saw where she couldn't get up on her own, she couldn't move. So he took it upon himself to get a wheelchair, pick that officer up and put her in that wheelchair and get her down to the infirmary. And since that time, that officer has had multiple surgeries repairing her leg. She's been in extensive rehab. And I just wanted to make sure that the board was aware because I think that's something that he should really be commended on. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Chambers, for doing that. That's very commendable, like he said. All right. So today we have in support of you, your mother, Miss Epi Chambers. Can we get her to come up and tell us what she wants to tell us?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Good morning. I'm Abraham's mom, and I've been a big supporter of him as far as his work is, you know, release. I make sure he gets to work and gets back from work because I brings him there and I picks him up. So that's a big factor I'm playing in his life, and I'm a supporter of whatever he does that is right.
All right. Thank you for letting us know that. Oh, is he gonna live with you? Is that what he said?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We also have in support Ms. Joyce Locks. Would you like to come up and tell us what she's gonna say?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Um, I'm Joyce. I'm supportive of Abraham as well. Um, at one time, me and him, we ran together and we did things together. I went back to college, got my life together, got degrees. I have a women's program now. I see in him the thing that caused me to change. At one time, he used to blame everyone for his, you know, decisions he made, bad decisions, but now he's taking ownership. We also share a son that's disabled. He takes ownership. We co-parent now. He stepped up. He finished STOR, it's a drug program. He's finished that. He's really made a whole turnaround because at one time we wasn't in contact at all because he didn't want to turn around. Now I see the turnaround. So I'm backing him 100%. Whether I take him to the
I don't know about this one. I don't believe that he has provided a compelling argument as to why he should be released on parole. And his mother and the mother of his child haven't really provided a compelling reason either. You know, they are just saying what they'll be able to provide him with and not really focusing on the fact that he needs to do it himself. So I don't know. I feel like the women in his life are probably enablers and they will continue to enable him. And I might be wrong, but this is just my humblest of opinions based on what I've seen and heard so far during this parole hearing.
I'm backing him 100%. Whether I take him to the programs to go to, whether it's NAAA or he can find one, but I'm always going to be that encourager to, keep him on the path. So that's all I have to say.
All right. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Okay.
And we have Alicia Smith, a cousin, but it doesn't say that you want to speak.
She's not
That's
speaking.
correct? Okay. Opposed. So we do have some opposition. And some of the victims are opposed. This is your chance, Mr. Chambers, to go ahead and give us your final statement about, why this time's gonna be different and convince us that it's a good idea to put you back on the streets for another trial.
I want to say to victims, I'm really remorseful. I'm really sorry for what I did. I sat down and I see one of the victims' commercials on TV every day, and I think about the harm I've caused the family, predicament I put them in. Back then, like I said, I didn't want to admit to none of these things that I did. Today, however, I can honestly say that I'm remorseful for everything that I did, all the pain that I've caused the families and the victims. If I had a way to make the amends, I really would do that. Really want to do that. So I'm taking this opportunity to apologize to the victims. I thank you gentlemen for allowing me the opportunity to apologize to them because I hadn't been able to do that before.
That's it?
So,
All right,
thank you very much.
you're welcome. And again, I'll commend you for helping that officer out. That was a great thing. And I'm assigned your case, so I'll cast the first vote. And today, I think you made a lot of strides in the right direction. I think you're heading the right way. I think that being an eighth offender, you have a lot of history behind you with you. So I'm voting to deny your parole today, but I'm not telling you that I would never vote for you if you came back up again. I think you're heading in the right direction. You know, you also have a high risk assessment from the Tiger tool that kind of adds a little to it. The number of victims in your case and your total disregard for the property of others kind of is a problem for you. Your criminal history of 27 arrests in multiple jurisdiction and out of state for 68 crimes that represented 8 revocation hearings on 10 terms of supervision. That's not a very good track record. So it dates back a long time, 19 years, like I said earlier. You're gonna have to prove to us a little bit longer that you're still heading in the right direction. So that's my vote for the day, but I encourage you to continue exactly what you're doing and reapply in the future. Dennis?
My vote would be to grant. I'm really impressed with what you've been doing. Somehow I feel like maybe you've changed and you do show some remorse. That's one of the things I like. And I hope that you continue on that road, but I would vote to grant today.
Thanks.
Mr. Freeman?
Okay, I mean, everyone thinks you've made terrific strides, and there's no doubt. I mean, you've done terrific, this period. But sometimes you can't chase away that criminal history of 8th felony offender with 6, 7 revocation hearings and the proximity to your good time date, which is right around the corner, and victim opposition. I deny.
All right, Mr. Chambers, today your parole has been denied. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to drop me a comment, smash that like button, and share. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, subscribe today. Set your notifications to all so that you're notified when I add new content. Guys, I am trying to reach a goal of 200 subs within the next 2 months, and I need your help to do so. So please subscribe today.